Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy Asmongold, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a question that I'm pretty sure by now a lot of people are asking. Asmongold, where the fuck are the videos? What are you doing? Why aren't you making any videos? It's been over a week. What's going on? I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I've been doing, what I've been up to, why I haven't made any videos. And honestly, it's just been a really big choice and a big decision that I've had to make. And I feel like I'm kind of at the end of the decision, and I'm ready to share that with you guys and actually take a direction. But with that being said, I need your help. So I actually need to turn my refrigerator off real quick too, because it's loud. I need your help. I make these videos for you guys. I am where I am because of you guys. And I want to make sure that everything that I do makes you guys happy. And I think that after this video and after all of this, everybody is going to be happier on YouTube, on Twitch, anywhere. If you watch me, you're going to be happier. The only people that won't be happier is the people that don't like me. So fuck them anyway. But anyway, this is going to be kind of more of a longer video. I guess like kind of a vlog. And I don't really do a lot of those. And I'm just going to completely do this out of character, no stage persona, nothing. Like this is just straight up, I mean, in a way, it's not even Asmongold, it's just Zach. Like, let me just talk to you guys about what's been going on. Okay. So anyway, a couple of weeks ago, or I don't know, it was like 3 weeks ago or something like that, I got banned on Twitch for being a bad boy. I got contacted by Twitch, and they offered me in the process of talking about that and a couple of other things and follow-up conversations. They offered me partnership, and long story short is that I am going to be getting partnered with Twitch in the next couple of days. So I am extremely excited for that, but I'm also extremely kind of nervous, apprehensive, and just it kind of puts me on edge, right? In a way, like one time somebody told me that whenever you get something positive, like whenever something really, really positive and good happens in your life, it's equally as stressful, or at least close to as stressful as a bad thing, right? So if you're getting married, if you're buying a new house, a new car, etc., having a kid, all of those things are equally as stressful as something bad. And whenever I first heard this, I thought it was complete bullshit. But I'll tell you guys something right now. Is it this last week or so? It's totally true. Okay, I've been totally stressed out about some really great things, and I think this has probably been one of the biggest ones. Now, a lot of people might not really understand that, and I can understand why they don't understand that, but I think the best way for me to communicate that to you guys is that, in a way, I like the innocence of not really having a sub button, not having any responsibilities, not having any sort of expectations, not having anybody feel like I owe them something, and I just log on, I bullshit on stream for a few hours, I log off, and that's it. You know, the relationship is open book and closed in that stream time, and that's it. And that's one of the reasons why the whole partnership button and everything did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. And the caveat to that is that I think there's a story that I can tell you guys. I feel like basically having the sub button is like the point. Like my channel, I need to have a sub button, or I don't think my channel is going to go any farther. And I always have felt like I have to step outside my comfort zone. I can never be okay with just being mediocre at something, not really trying. I think the best example of this is, especially if you're a little bit older, I'm 27 now. If you're a little bit older, you probably remember back in like middle school or high school, you had the pacer test in gym. Now, I'm a skinny, tall guy, okay? So I've always been pretty good at running. And I was always one of the last people left, running back and forth across the gym to like really, really shitty Euro music from like the 90s, right? I was always one of the last people, and it was like either me or some of my friends, etc. And every time that I did it, every single time that they were saying, oh yeah, we're going to do the pacer test again, I would always tell myself that I'm just going to run 20 laps, I'm just going to stop, and I'm just going to sit down, and I'm just going to take a break. I'm not going to try. And at about lap 15 or so, or maybe right at the beginning, I could never quit. I could never just stop. I could never just, whatever. I'll just sit down and let everybody else do it. I can never not go as far as I can with something. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but I always had to put in 100%. I always had to put in 100%. And it's the same with streaming. It's the same with Warcraft. It's the same with anything that I do. I mean, school included. I would stay up all night, do a whole group project, go up the next morning, drive up and present it, and do everything, right? And I've never been somebody, always never, I've never really been someone to just kind of take half measures in a lot of ways. If there's something that I really care about, there's nothing that will stop me from doing as much of it as hardcore as possible. And I remember like back in the day, whenever I first started leveling in WoW, um, everybody else would be like out, like, you know, doing crafting or playing with their friends or doing something like a little bit more, I guess, fun, right? But I wouldn't be. I'd be sitting over there in Arathi Highlands killing cats, you know, having to eat after every pull because I was a vanilla warrior and I was stupid enough to have Mortal Strike whenever I was dual wielding. So I was just sitting around like an idiot and I wasn't having fun at all. But I knew what I wanted is that I wanted to have. I wanted to get to level 60. I wanted to get that armor that I had seen people wearing in Ironforge and Stormwind. And nothing was going to stop me from doing that. It doesn't matter if I don't have fun. It doesn't matter if I lose time. It doesn't matter if I'm frustrated. It doesn't matter if I get mad. It doesn't matter anything. I will do it no matter what. And I feel like with Twitch it's the same way. With YouTube it's the same way. I've always gotten a lot of like negative criticism from people because of the opinions that I have. Some fair and some unfair, in my opinion. But what I guess like the universal thing is that none of that's ever really bothered me at all. I've always just done what I wanted to do, and that was it. Fuck everybody else. And I feel like it's kind of the same with Twitch. I want to make my channel as big and as good and as great as possible, and I feel like if I'm not partnered, I kind of have a ceiling for that, and getting partnered will hopefully make that ceiling higher. I don't know if that'll happen, but that's at least something that I want to try. And even if it means stepping outside my comfort zone and doing things that I don't really want to do, in a lot of ways for me, there's not even a choice. I just have to do it. So that's basically where I am with streaming. I'm pretty stressed out. Second thing, YouTube. I haven't put out a video. There's a number of reasons why I haven't put out videos. Now that I have over like 200,000 subscribers, I feel kind of bad whenever I put out a video and it only gets like maybe 20,000, 30,000 views. And it's not really because it's not because I like it's like I'm an attention whore. I am, but that's not why. It's more that I want to engage as many people in my audience as possible with a video, and I feel like a lot of times more of the, I guess, like more technical guide type videos don't really engage that many people. But the problem with that is that a lot of people, I always have them message me and they always tell me like, hey, thank you so much for making your guides on X, Y, or Z. They really helped me a lot. And hearing that, I think recently it's really helped me realize that even though maybe not everybody is going to be watching those videos, the people that do, it really helps them, and it makes the difference for them to do things that they want. So my big question for you guys really is that I have really kind of two different directions that I can go in. I can go back to the mid 2000, actually 2015 Asmongold, 2014 maybe, making videos on a much more regular basis about different things that I'm doing in the game. I've been playing the game a lot more recently, just in general. And in doing that, there have been little tips and tricks and things that I've wanted to show people. And showing it on stream is nice, but making a video about it I think would be even better. So that's one direction I could take things in. I could go back to making those guides, and instead of looking at it as I'm making a guide for only a small part of the audience, I'm going to try to look at it in another direction as I'm making a guide for the people that want to watch me, and I'm making a guide. I'm doing what they followed me to do. I'm giving them what they've given me, basically. People have given me a lot, and I feel like it's probably one of the best ways that I can give back. And it doesn't really matter if I don't get quite as much out of it. I feel like it's the right thing to do, and overall it's going to help me the most. So that's one direction that I can take things in. The other direction that I can take things in is doing things about how I've done them for the past 4 or 5 months, right? Making videos maybe like 2 or 3 or 1 to 3 videos a week, going over different general things, those videos tend to get a lot more views. But all of that being said, they don't really help people in the same way that the guide videos do. So that's the second choice that I have, and that's the second direction that I can go in. And at this point, it's very hard for me to know which one to do. The truth is that it's probably going to take me the same amount of like man hours and work to do either one. So it's not really like, oh, I could do this and work really, really hard, or I could do this other thing and not really work hard at all. So you're kind of going to expect that I'm going to go with the thing that's easier. Really, doing the guide videos is very easy for me. It's very enjoyable for me, and it's something that I like to do. So there are positives and negatives to both, but the time investment is not necessarily one of them. What I really care about is making the most people happy, and ultimately making videos that people care about and that people like. And that's what I want to continue doing. I do apologize to anybody that's been let down in these past like 2 weeks, or maybe just like in general recently, because I haven't put out as many videos. It's been hard for me to know what direction to go in. I want to engage as many people as possible, but I feel like a lot of people really get a lot out of those guides, and it's hard to really balance what to do first, what to do the most, and what to do in general. I only have so much time, and I have to devote it to something. So anyway, guys, I do plan on making videos much more often. And as a lot of you guys know, I'm not really the kind of person to just like make promises and then just like not really keep them. I try not to at least do that. And so this is something that I really do feel like I'm ready to deliver, and I feel like I'm ready to do. And I can understand why some people might be skeptical, and that's completely fine. I look forward to proving you wrong. But the fact of the matter is that I do want to start making videos more often. I enjoy making videos. I started whenever I was only 8 or 9 years old, and I haven't stopped, and I never will. So, I need your help, I need your advice, and I need your direction on where you think I should take the channel. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for today. If there's any other questions that you have, go ahead and let me know. The sub button and everything like that, it's really kind of been it's been a lot for me, right? I think like the best way that I can describe it is like graduating high school. Whenever I graduated high school, it was just like something that happened. Like a lot of people work towards graduating high school. They want to graduate high school. I never cared. I loved going to class. I loved hanging out with my friends. I loved just being able to chill out and do all of this stuff. And I was working towards graduating and being part of like that larger, I guess like the larger society, and going to college and everything like that. But I never really was actively working towards it. It was never in my mind. It was just something that happened. And I feel like this is kind of the same thing. And whenever I was about to graduate high school, I was very kind of nervous and apprehensive and anxious about it, because I didn't really know where I was going to go. I never really was working towards that. It just kind of happened. And I kind of feel the same way with the sub button. I just kind of streamed every day and did that stuff, and I really enjoyed it. And now there's this whole new level that I'm moving on to that makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but I feel like it has to happen. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully you guys will be there to see it. But either way, that's what I plan on doing. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been thinking about. And hopefully with you guys giving me your direction and your advice and input, I can know where to go. So thank you very much for watching. And like, comment, and subscribe.